Hey everybody, and welcome back to another Witness Wednesday. I'm Father John Reardon. Witness Wednesday is an initiative of the Diocese of Springfield in this our year of the Eucharist. Today we're going to hear a testimony from Katie Corriveau, a sophomore at St. Mary's High School in Westfield, who recently over the summer attended the Steubenville East Conference right here in Springfield. She notes that when she was attending the adoration portion of the event, it brought her immense peace knowing that that was Jesus' presence in the Eucharist. Check it out.
Hi, my name is Katie Corriveau, and I go to St. Mary's High School from Southwark. I have one brother. What does the Eucharist mean to me? The Eucharist is, for adoration at least, the Eucharist is paradise. It's where I can sit and just be in total peace and not have to worry about school or academics or after-school activities and stress and family and friends. And I can just sit there in peace with my best friend and just breathe. Breathing is something that I think society today needs a lot of, and we forget to do it. So when I can sit there and just take a deep breath and know that I'm being held and that everything else around me can wait, I love that, and I need that so much in my life. So let's see, when I started off, I was born and I was raised in a Catholic family, so I went to church every Sunday with my family. Great experience, right? Love that. But I didn't really take it in. I wasn't what you would say, I was child faith, just followed whatever my parents said. And then when I was in middle school really is when I started to build my adult faith and decide for myself, this is what I want to do. And then it wasn't until high school, 8th grade year, around there, that I was like, wait a minute, the Eucharist is Jesus. The Eucharist is Jesus' whole body, the God who created the entire world. When you step outside and you can look at the dome, that's the God who's right in this room with me, in the Eucharist. And I could just sit there with that God who loves me and is just waiting for me right there in that moment. High school was hard years for me so far, and I'm not even halfway done with it. My best friend moved, and I had some health problems in my family. And so I was really struggling with that, and I found the peace and the comfort in the Eucharist, in adoration. So that, it means a lot to me for that. Jesus is always in the tabernacle at church waiting for us, right? And I think it's an amazing thing when we can go to Mass and the prayer right before we receive, and we talk about how we're not worthy that Jesus should be with us, and yet he's still there, and he knows in all of our hearts that we all have a really, really hard time believing it. And it's a struggle to believe it because it doesn't make any sense. But he's still there. You know, he knows that we can't believe it fully, and yet he still does it for us. He's still there for us to receive. And he can still do works in our heart and in our mind even when we have a hard time trusting it and having a hard time believing it. And so I think that's an important thing to remember when you're going to Mass, because you might have a really hard day and you might not believe it at the time. But when you pray and you ask God, open my heart, help me to understand this, help me to believe it, and he's still there and is still working with you, and he's still willing to be received, I think that's really important to know.